Welcome to Fayette County Youth Sports. Presented by Leella Lanes, Amore Pizzeria, Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, Kirk's Furniture, Great Oaks Career Campuses, M&M Fasteners and M&M Horsehair, Fayette County Public Health Department, ProMedica, Summers Funeral Home, the Fayette County Early Learning Center, Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse, the Fayette County Veterans Service Commission, and Epifano McDonald's of Fayette County and Jamestown. Stick around at the end of the game for the Epifano McDonald's Star of the Game post-game show.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And good afternoon, everyone, from Tony's Welding and Fabrication Stadium at Miami Trace High School, along with Dave Woolever. This is Randy Young, and welcome into our coverage of Fayette County Youth Sports this afternoon. For the first time in 3 years, girls soccer action, play-by-play, right here on WCHC Facebook page. Well, it's hard to believe it's been 3 years since we've done a soccer game, but we're glad to have a good one. It's Miami Trace against Washington Courthouse, as it's the rivalry day number 1. That is where the rivals will face off in practically all the sports against each other after the first round and also the last league game of the year. And October the 5th, I believe it is, David, first Thursday in October will be rivalry day number 2. And so we hope that you enjoy tonight's broadcast. Coming into tonight's game, Miami Trace has a record of 4 wins, 4 losses, and 2 ties. They're 0-2-2 in the FAC. Washington Courthouse is currently at 1-9, and they are 0-4 in the league. So this is a big game for both teams, trying to chalk up their first FAC win of the season, and also to kind of get a win going into the second half of the season and the second turnaround against the league opponents. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the season up to this point for the Lady Blue Lions and the Lady Panthers. So stay with us. We're broadcasting live on Facebook and the Fayette County Youth Sports right here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communications.
You have the power to protect your children against serious diseases like measles, cancers caused by HPV, and whooping cough. Vaccines work with your child's natural defenses to help them safely develop protection from diseases. Fayette County Public Health is offering childhood immunizations by appointment. Late appointments are available. For more information or to schedule, call 740-335-5910.
Sometimes it seems like it's hard to decide on a technician that you can trust with your vehicle transportation service needs. That's why since 2001, customers from Washington Courthouse and the surrounding area have made Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, their smart choice in auto repair service needs. Jim, Marlene, and Ray Van Dyke offer customers a professional, trained, and certified staff that can handle your vehicle needs. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center staff can do it all, including transmission, brakes, tires, and alignments. They also offer a free 30-point inspection to detect any potential service needs. They can work on both domestic and foreign vehicles. Call for an appointment at 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000. Or for more information, go to jimvandyke.com.
Hello, I'm Tara Ivers from Fayette County Early Learning Center, and we are now enrolling for several of our programs. We have a home-based program that serves pregnant moms through children age 3. We also have a center-based Head Start program that serves children in our program ages 3 to 5. We have a partnership with Fayette County, Highland County, and Clinton County, where we work with child care programs to enroll children 6 weeks to 3 in our center-based program. So please call us at 740-335-7282. We'll help you enroll. Thank you.
back here at Miami Trace as we're less than 8 minutes away from the start of our contest on Fayette County Youth Sports. Washington Courthouse girls soccer team against the Miami Trace Lady Panthers. So take a look at Courthouse so far this season. Under second-year head coach Brandon Ellers. His assistant is Ashley Burton. Of course, Ashley, well known among fans from Washington Courthouse. Of course, her maiden name was Lovett. Ashley Lovett had a lot of success on the soccer field over the years, as well as some other sports. But she's now the assistant coach. Team started off back on August 17th, lost a tough 6-0 decision to London, then traveled to Madison Plains the following Saturday and won up there 5-0. That's their only win of the year. Then they came home to they went to Hillsboro, lost 5-0, lost 9-1 to Chillicothe, lost a tough 4-3 decision at Peebles, 4-1 against Logan Elm, 4-2 against Zane Trace, 1-0 against Waverly, 6-0 against at Jackson, and then they've been at McLean on last Thursday, and they lost down there 7-0. So as we mentioned, they're 1-9 overall. They've lost 8 games in a row. They're 0-4 in the league, and 5 of the 10 games they've played, they've been shut out. Trying to get some offense has been a struggle for this team. They have only scored 12 goals so far this year, while giving up 46 as part of their 17-game season. Optimism was high coming off last year. They had won 3 games, and though that doesn't sound like a lot, that was the most that the soccer program had won since, I believe it was 6 or 7 games back in 2014. So it's a program that's having to reload once again and rebuild. You look at their roster, they got 6 freshmen, 4 sophomores, 3 juniors, and 3 seniors. Looking now at Miami Trace head coach Chad Tolbert. His assistant is Joe Webster. A little different for them. They have no seniors on their roster this year. They have 5 freshmen, 10 sophomores, and 3 juniors. So if you look at just the youth and the potential, both teams have got a lot of potential ahead of them. They can just get it together. The Lady Panthers started off the season. They scored 26. Get this now. They've scored 26 of their 46 goals in the first 2 games. They won at Westfall 12-1, and then they came home, beat Ross Southeastern 14-0, then lost to Leesburg Fairfield 10-0, 5-1 to Chillicothe. Then they tied with Greenfield at 3-3, went to Waverly and won 3-0, lost at Circleville 4-2, lost to Hillsboro at Hillsboro 2-0, tied Jackson at 1 apiece, and then last week, Saturday, they traveled down to Ross Southeastern and got a 10-1 win. So in all honesty, you take away the 12, the 14, and the 10, right there is 36 of their 46 goals they've scored in 3 games. So that's why I think tonight could be a very, very low-scoring game, to be honest with you. As both teams have played in the past, and usually, we've seen, 3-4 goals could win this thing, so we'll see what happens here. We look at the team, as we mentioned before, they're number 2 as far as the girls' soccer program is concerned. So far, scoring 46 goals. They only need 13 more to be the all-time leading goal-scoring team for Miami Trace history. The record was set back in 2018 with 58. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 1 tournament game. So they got 8 games now to come up with 13. Well, all you got to do is average what? At least maybe 1.5, 2 goals a game, and you could get that record. And I'm sure Coach Tolbert and the squad, they would love to get a W along the way, so we'll see what happens to them. So, once again, it is Washington Courthouse 0-4, 1-9 overall against Miami Trace 0-2-2 and 4-4-2 overall. We're just a few minutes away from the start of this contest. Stay with us. We'll look at the starting lineups, and we'll have the opening kick right after this, right here on Fayette County Youth Sports on WCHC Facebook.
The PACT Act is one of the largest health care and benefit expansions in the VA history. This new law expands and extends eligibility for VA health care and for veterans with toxic exposures, and also adds more than 20 presumptive conditions for burn pits and other toxic exposures, as well as more presumptive exposure locations for Agent Orange and radiation. If you are a veteran or a survivor of a veteran, please call the Fayette County Veterans Service Commission at 740-335-1610 to schedule an appointment for PACT Act related benefits.
Every journey is unique. Right now, students living in 36 Southwest Ohio school districts can explore over 30 hands-on programs offered across 4 Great Oaks campuses, including Laurel Oaks and Wilmington. These extraordinary opportunities for high school juniors and seniors are tuition-free and feature state-of-the-art labs designed to prepare students for whatever comes next. Pursue your passions, play to your strengths, discover your greatness. Great Oaks. Visit greatoaks.com.
Well, as you can see, the officials are here, and they are meeting at midfield with the captains for Miami Trace. Designated captains for today is Sarah Smith, Isabel DeBruin, and goalie Madison Corey. Meanwhile, for Washington Courthouse, designated as captains for them is Kaylee Ellers, who will be playing, at least starting the game at goal. Also captain will be Caitlin McQuillan and Lainey Swanger and Destiny Snyder. So officials are going over the last minute instructions. If you've not watched soccer much, as far as I know, it's not changed since what I've covered with the Christian school. 40-minute halves. I believe it's 10 minutes at halftime. They usually can get it in within about under 2 hours. So it can move at a pretty good pace. There are, of course, clock will stop with timeouts. Clock continues to roll if the ball goes out of bounds. So Dave is going to have the challenge of making sure all of our sponsors get seen and heard today, plus with the camera work, and try to keep me going in the right direction.
Good luck.
I'm in good hands. All right, good. All right, Mr. Bernard's over on the other side. He's going to introduce the lineup. Let's go ahead and give you the lineup that we were given by the coaches. First of all, for Washington Courthouse, Brandon Ellers. But before that, we're going to have the playing of our national anthem here at Miami Trace. All right, playing of the national anthem. Here's the starting lineup we were given by the coaches. Again, let's start with Washington Courthouse. Brendan Ellers. Starting off will be number 3, Olivia Haithcock. Number 4 will be Tyrena Kalman. Number 5, the goalie, at least starting the game, will be Kaylee Ellers. Number 12. Hold on here a second. Make sure I got the right lineup. Yes. 12 is Havana Villalopez Burns. Number 14, Lainey Swanger. Number 17, Ava Ruggles. Number 21, Destiny Snyder. Number 20, Lyndon Gibbs. And number 30 will be Kyla Smith. So once again, it's Haithcock, Cowman, Ellers, McQuillan, Villalopez Burns, Swanger, Rugders, Snyder, Gibbs, Smith, and Villabosa Burns. Now for Miami Trace, their starting lineup. It will be Kaylee Cooper. Number 2 will be Elisa Day. Number 7 will be Paige Fitzgerald. Number 9, Hannah Hawk. Number 10, Haley Webster. Number 13, Gabby Thorgelman. Number 14, Miriam Myra. It will be number 15, Nora Morrison. Number 16, Sarah Smith. Number 21, Isabel DeBruin. And 00 in the goal will be Madison Corey. Again, I have it as Cooper, Day, Fitzpatrick, Hawk, Webster, Torgelman, Myra, Morrison, Smith, DeBruin, and Corey. But again, those could be changed. But those, again, are the lineups that were given to us today by the coaches. So if it changes, we, of course, will make sure to get that on to you. So both teams have been introduced here as we're just about ready to get this one underway. So once again, it will be Coach Chad Tolbert and Joe Webster sending their Lady Panthers out onto the field. And it'll be Coach Brandon Ellers and Ashley Burton for Washington Courthouse. A lot of Trace Courthouse activities going on tonight. Just behind us over at the high school, it is a contest between the volleyball teams, reserve and varsity. We will catch them the next time they play in October, and we'll, as we have done tradition now, we will do both the reserve and the varsity game. We started that. We started sports at the TV station years ago. And I think, it was one of the last games. It was going to be at the pit. So we decided let's just do something special and do both reserve and varsity, and it worked. And we've kind of carried on that tradition when those two teams played. Usually we do them the second time around. Tennis is in town. Courthouse and Trace are doing that. All right, so I think we're just about ready to get things started. Blue Lions will kick. They will go left to right. They're in the white uniforms. Again, we play 40-minute halves. Teams battling back and forth, kicking it. Now here comes Courthouse. Swanger downfield. Coming up is Morrison. Now over is Webster. Trying to get around. Gets it over to Snyder. Stolen. Here comes Courthouse. Little lead kick by Snyder, and it's out of bounds, and it stays Courthouse's ball. We're just about 30 seconds into the contest. Destiny Snyder throws it in to the right of the goal. And the ball is kicked out of bounds by Janea Villalopez Burns, a sophomore, out of bounds. So Miami Trace will have it, and they'll kick it just left of the goal. Now here comes the Panthers on the attack. Isabel DeBruin. Now they go to the right side. Trace trying to get some kind of attack going. Courthouse now back on defense. High kick down to the left side of the field. Stopping it will be Fitzgerald, kind of working tight on that sideline there. Coming up from behind with the steal is the Blue Lions. That's Burns, number 35. Ball's kicked out of bounds, and it goes to the Blue Lions over by the Trace bench on the far side. where the home team and the home fans sit. Long delay trying to find somebody. Courthouse trying to get the ball in. Ball's kicked around. And working that sideline is Burns, trying to get around Miami Trace, gets rid of it. Ball is partially blocked. Almost trying to get a header on it was Swanger. Gets it down inside the 15-yard line, and a battle going on. And now coming up with it will be Havana Burns, and she'll throw it in. And now it goes to Snyder. They go now to the left side. Ball's kicked out of bounds. It goes out as we're just about 2 minutes into the first period of play. So, Miami Trace, Coach Tolbert says when we play defense, we don't try to get it down the field quickly. We set it up, and then we pass the ball several times before we attack past midfield. That one's kicked out of bounds. Courthouse will retain possession. Ball's kicked. Miami Trace with the steal. Battling now is the Panthers. There's a lot of pressure being applied. That being Carly Cooper, who was triple team. Somehow she gets out of it, and then Courthouse turns around and steals it and knocks it out of bounds. I don't know how in the world she got through those three girls. I want to put her on the basketball team or something here. And we got a whistle, a violation called by the official. And a penalty kick will come up for Miami Trace, or a free kick, I should say. I believe it was an offside violation. So Miami Trace from midfield kicks the ball. Ehlers goes all the way to the right side to stop the roll. And she'll bring it out a little bit. And kicks it with the left foot. Gets it down to close to midfield with Kalman with the header. Under some pressure by Torgelman. And getting around that is Burns. Ball is stolen. Miami Trace comes up with it. Coming down, and another steal by Courthouse. Miami Trace again with it, and they kick it out of bounds. So we're at the 35-minute here in the first. No score. You haven't missed anything. Just the team's basically going back and forth. Nobody's really got a shot on goal at all. We have yet another whistle by the official. I believe somebody stepped in when they threw the ball, so Trace will get the ball out of bounds close to their bench. Courthouse and Trace battling basically at midfield. Courthouse right to left. Kick to Kalman, trying to catch up with it is Vanna Burns, and the ball is stolen away by Trace. Coming up with it will be Haley Webster. Quick kick down court into the backside. Courthouse trying to make something go. Gibbs trying to get the loose ball. Officials kind of letting them have a little contact there. Trace now on the offense. Coming down with it, left side. Good block there by Courthouse. That being Kaylee Smith for the Blue Lions. As Trace was trying to drive on that right side. Ball's knocked around and knocked down by Snyder. Now it's stolen. Coming back up with it will be Trace down court. Downfield, I should say, with the ball, left side, that being Hannah Huck, and it goes on out of bounds to the left side of the net. So Miami Trace will have the ball. When we take our breaks, we will try to do the little split screen here, so that way you won't miss anything. David's the technical guru, so I'm trusting he knows what he's doing. And we're going to take a break here in just about a minute and a half, so just give him an up note. Also, throughout the game, you'll be seeing logos from our community partners as well. Shot in the corner. Across the way. Wide. Good defense. Washington Courthouse kicks the ball out around the 25-yard line. Trace now again with the attack. To the right side with the ball will be DeBruin. Ball stolen. Coming up with it, Washington Courthouse. Coming down the sideline. And a little out of control. Trace comes right back up with it. Ball's knocked around. Coming up with it, Webster. Ball's kicked out to the left side over to Morrison. Morrison, a long kick, way off to the right side, trying to lead one of her teammates and trying to get down there. I believe that was Fitzgerald, but it led her a little bit too much. And so Ellers will come out and do the kicking, and the ball is a good kick, gets past midfield. Miami Trace, though, comes back in the backcourt, and working that sideline was Gabby Torkelman, but she goes out of bounds. So we're at the 32:07 mark. Let's go ahead. We'll take a break. You're watching girls soccer action from Miami Trace right here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communication.
Vaccination helps you take personal control of your health and allows you to be free to live a healthy life. Fayette County Public Health is offering COVID and flu vaccinations and childhood immunizations by appointment. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 740-335-5910 or visit fayecohd.org/events.
Well, Elise Day from Miami Trace there trying to get the kick pass to her, but unfortunately ran out of some real estate. Ball goes out of bounds. Washington Courthouse gets it back, and Blue Lion ladies unfortunately kick it out of bounds. And should be Miami Trace's ball, I would think. Nope, check it. They said it's Courthouse's ball. Kick from this side of the 50 by the Blue Lions. Well short. Trying to come up, sneak a late kick was Kalman. And good save there by Morrison. She's allowed to go out of bounds and come back in and play it. And once again, Blue Lions will kick it out of bounds. That being Gibbs. Good to see Lending coming back. I believe she was out for a couple weeks with an injury. Of course, an outstanding wrestler for the Blue Line Lady program. Little chip pass now over to Morrison. Goes back in. Cross court pass. Got the leg out. That was Swanger with a deflection. Now she chases it. Ball goes down and it's kicked out of bounds by Miami Trace. Well, folks are expecting a 35 to 18 games. They're not going to get with soccer. Me and Dave were talking about this. We're going to be talking about they're going this way, they're going that way, they're going this way. There's a strategy to it, though, folks, honest. Washington Courthouse all the way back as Trace still putting some pressure on and knock it out of bounds. But now Miami Trace in pretty good position to the right side. There's the throw in, overthrows to Cooper, and now Courthouse has it deep in the Trace territory. Miami Trace will come up with a steal, and the ball's batted around, and now everybody's basically just trying to get a leg on it and trying to keep the ball in play. Fitzgerald had the ball kicked out, so Miami Trace will get it at around the 18-yard line on their side. Can't get it to one of her teammates. Ball's kicked. Here comes Courthouse on the attack. Trying to get it to Havana Velosos Burns, and it goes out of bounds. And Trace will get the ball at midfield once again. Again, it will be Fitzgerald. Ball stolen, and goes out of bounds. Elsie Day with 10 goals to lead Miami Trace with 6 assists. She's only a freshman, believe she had 4 goals in the first game, if I remember correctly, and that went over at Westfall. Here comes Trace on the move. Shot to the left, and it goes wide and just misses. And attempting that one was Nora Morrison. So a shot on goal. So that's the first one we've had in a contest. Score stays at 0-0 with 28 minutes left here in the first half of play. Again, we play 40-minute halves with a short halftime. Ellers. Ball's knocked down by Ruggles, who's also playing some goalie with Ellers. Here comes the Blue Lions. Lead kick. It's long. Going to have to do some hustle here. And it's going to be the right side. And it goes all the way across the field and goes out of bounds as Calman for Courthouse. And I believe it was Fitzgerald chasing the ball. Now with it will be Carly Cooper. Cooper gets by. Smith. Ball's now stolen. Coming up with it will be Jenna Burns. Now over to Calman. Snyder trying to save it. Gets it in. Ball's batted around down the Courthouse side of the field. If you're Courthouse, you got to keep attacking. As we already mentioned, they've only scored 12 goals all season long. One of the reasons they're 1-9. They've had a couple games where they could just got maybe one more goal and kept one team from scoring a goal. They could have been very well have had 3 or 4 more wins. So, again, it's a very young team, but the inability to get the points scored. So the ball goes out around the 25-45 time on the scoreboard. Whoa. That looked like a screen there from Trace trying to keep the young lady Courthouse getting the ball. So now we got a substitution coming in for Washington Courthouse. Abby Forrester. Abby Forsythe, another freshman. Number 2 is coming in the game. She'll be coming in for number 7, Megan Coe. Here comes Trace on the attack. Webster at midfield. Ball's knocked loose. Courthouse gets it back. Burns, Habana that is, has the ball stolen right from her. Now coming down with it, Morrison again, who's got the only shot on goal so far in the game. She sees a little opening, comes down that left side, stops, now goes back, top of the key. Now with the ball will be Cooper. Cooper tries to lead. Day kicks it wide, goes out of bounds, and that will now give us a opportunity to get a quick break in as they have to go chase the ball, so we'll take one as well. A little over 24 minutes left here in the first half. No score. Trace, Lady Lions, here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communication.
M&M Fasteners has been supplying quality fasteners across the United States since 1996. M&M supplies our customers with all types of fasteners from standard nuts and bolts to specials per your prints. M&M Fasteners is a complete fastener importer and distributor that can custom tailor our services to meet your customer needs. Whether it's 1 part or 1,000 parts to be customized for a special job, M&M can thread, turn, mill, drill, and weld parts to meet your specifications. For details, call us at 740-335-1641 or see us at our website at mmfast.com.
Forsythe, who comes in the contest, putting a little instant offense. She takes the kick from about the 40-yard line on the Trace side all the way down to the other 20-yard line. And she was putting on some speed there. Courthouse again having difficulty setting up the players on the wings. Ball's kicked. Smith, ball's knocked loose. Saved by Snyder. Downfield, and it goes out of bounds. I believe they can play it off the sideline. I thought once it left the field, it was automatically out, but the way they seem to be playing it, David, they're standing in where the sideline's at, the thick strip, and it looks like that they can play that until it absolutely gets off the strip. So, yeah, okay. The thin, fine line is out of bounds. All right. Here comes Trace now on a fast break. 2-on-2. Shot in the right side. Good play by Ellers. She comes to the right side. Give DeBruin from Trace a shot on goal. Just unfortunately was to the right side. Ellers played it beautifully. Now a steal once again. Coming up with it will be Webster. Webster trying to lead Day. She at least stops it, then kind of loses her footing, and Courthouse comes right up with it and tries to keep the ball in play, and it will finally go out of bounds. So Miami Trace has had 2 shots on goals. Courthouse, zilch. Pass in for the Lady Panthers. Ball is partially blocked. Whoa. I thought this was a non-contact sport. You wouldn't know the way they're knocking each other around out there. As Trace, Maya Babineau, kind of running into some players out there. Now the ball all the way back, and Trace will get set up on defense. Right down the middle. Play there by Mara. Ball's knocked around. And just saving it from going out of bounds was Morrison. Now over to Webster. Webster now over to DeBruin. Around the perimeter. Day tries the little fancy foot in there. Loses it, saves it, tripped. And we're going to get a penalty there. So a tripping by Washington Courthouse. So at least Day will get a free penalty kick from, well, it's at the 10-yard line. The net is at the back part of the end zone, so it'd be a 20-yarder if she can get it in. I'll check it. They're going to give it to Webster. And Webster's inside the 10. She's down around the 6. So that occurred a little bit closer. Webster on the penalty kick. Got it. So a penalty kick by Haley Webster after the violation of the trip on Day. Webster picks up her 5th goal of the year, and Miami Trace at the 20-27 mark in the first half takes a 1-0 lead. She got it in that lower left corner. So now, Courthouse, let's see if they can respond. Having trouble with the ball, and stolen. Coming down is Babineau. Shot, put, good scoop, Ellers. So Babineau with a shot on goal. Babineau, I should know that. So I think my son went to school, some Babineaus at Courthouse. I don't know if it's any relatives or not. And pass in. And they said she stepped over the line, thrown it in. So it goes back to Trace. So that's another costly mistake by Washington Courthouse, who's already got called on a penalty for tripping, and Webster with the penalty kick made it 1-0 at the 20:27 mark. Both teams looking for their first win in the FAC. Avon, ball's kicked by Courthouse, went right back to DeBruin, and it goes out of bounds. So Trace will have the ball. Again, they're on the attack side. Into DeBruin. Isabella with the ball. Now gets it over to Webster. Webster, left side, stolen as that was intended for Morrison. And trying to get the steal was Savannah Burns, and the ball was stolen. And now here comes Trace. And Babino almost made it. She kicked it with her left foot and forced it to the right side and goes wide and out of bounds. And with that, we'll take another break. 18-10 left here in the first half. It's still Miami Trace 1, Washington Courthouse nothing. You're watching girls soccer action on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communications.
Hi, my name is Olivia Pryor and I'm from Fayette County Early Learning Center. We are now currently enrolling for our Head Start, Early Head Start, and Child Care Partnership programs. We have programs for pregnant moms and children from birth to 3, children from 3 to 5, and then we also have an existing Child Care Partnership where we meet with and work with child care programs and serve children from 6 weeks to 3 years old. If you're interested in enrolling, please stop by and see us or give us a call at 740-335-7282, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Back, Miami Trace again on the attack. We got a whistle. I believe it's on the Panthers offsides. So Washington Courthouse will get it back. Kaylee Ellers will move up. She's looking at where her teammates are located at. Wants to try to get a good kick here. Off the leg of Snyder. And trying to come up with it was Blue Lions. And unfortunately goes out of bounds off Trace Morrison. And so Gibbs will get ready to get the ball as we're past the halfway point. 16-21. This game can get moving here pretty good, David. I looked up and I thought, wow, we're already halfway done. That's not too bad. Throws in. Ball's kicked down by the Panthers. Saving it will be Havana Burns, and some pressure applied to Washington Courthouse, Abby Forsythe. Goes out of bounds. Snyder, get ready to throw it in. Got a knee on it. Trace did, that being DeBruin. Now Morrison gets it. Little passing going on that back field. Torkelman now coming up, trying to get the steal. Courthouse couldn't pull it off, though, as Burns got a leg on it. But unfortunately, she didn't have any help on offense. Now comes down the left side. Good save there by Haycock. Now stolen by Miami Trace. And here they go on the attack again. Webster, long lead. And coming out of from the right side and kicking it out of bounds is Ruggles. Well, David, that's where you got good defense, is kick the ball out of bounds. If nothing else, give your team a chance to set up and make the opponent have to get the ball in. So Courthouse and Trace battling it out. Trace up 1-0 off a penalty kick just a few moments ago, in case you're just now tuning in. Trace in the black uniforms with the ball. Courthouse again with the steal. Snyder, she's all over the place. Burns chasing. Ball kicked around. Trace has it. Now they go over to the right side. There's Day. Shot, and it's back part of the net, or the goal, I should say. That will not count as a shot on goal. About under 14 minutes now here in the first half of play. Don't forget the Kirk's Furniture halftime show coming up. We'll update you on stats. Also, we'll look at some of the football and football polls and computer rankings are out for this week. How's our local teams faring with the second half of the season ready to start with league play? We'll tell you all about that during the Kirk's Furniture halftime show. And then don't forget, we'll announce a star of the game from both teams and hopefully talk to the coaches on the McDonald's Star of the Game show a little bit later on tonight as well. In case you're planning on coming out, girls volleyball is going on over at the high school, Courthouse and Trace. Also, there'll be a middle school girls soccer match starting at approximately 7 p.m. tonight after this one's done between the two schools. So if you want to come out and watch the younger ladies, the future of the program. Of course, you look at this roster, so many freshmen and sophomores, my goodness. These coaches have got to be exciting for the next couple of years, what they have. Trace, no seniors. Courthouse has 4 seniors. They're hoping to build some foundation for the future. Meanwhile, Courthouse, Van Burns coming up. Mara with the steal. Now, Courthouse comes right back. And that one is, stays in. And Trace again down that right sideline. Kicks it long. Trace trying to get the ball. Kicked around, finally coming up with it is going to be Trace, and then Courthouse gets it back. I have not even attempted to come up with steals, David. I don't think I've got enough pieces of paper to do that. On the fast break, here comes Morrison. She's already got one shot on goal. There's the shot, partially blocked from about 12 yards out. Back, coming up with it. Once again, shot again is blocked by for Cooper. So Miami Trace had 2 shots from about 10 to 15 yards out, and Washington Courthouse played some excellent defense there with the block. Give them a tip of the cap to that one, David. 2 blocks there. That was good defense. 11 and a half now left here in the first half of play. Corner shot coming up now for the Lady Panthers. And now Mara for Trace getting in position. There's the kick. And Courthouse smelled that one out and breaks it up. Coming up, sneaking up from behind is Torkelman. Now they'll go back to midfield. Said we'll set it up, try it again. De Bruin. Now over to Cooper. To the right side. Stolen. Here comes Courthouse. Fast break. On the left side. Will it stay in? No, it rolls out. And Trace will take it out of bounds. You know I could get so excited on a rolled ball, could you? Let's have a little fun with it, folks. Good pressure defense applied once again by both teams. Trace has been able to get in the Courthouse side at least 3 or 4 times to get a shot on goal. Courthouse, though, has not even had a chance to get close. Ball is taken by Morrison. Comes down the left side. There's the lead kick to Babineau, and a little bit long. And Ellers comes out and will get it. Ball coming down. Here comes Courthouse. Saved by Torkelman. Now over to Morrison. Quick kick, middle. Babineau. Side foot kick. Morrison comes up, left side. Myra tries to go across the field today. Ball stolen. Now right back. Trace. Now back to Courthouse. Now back to Trace. Back and forth they go. And it goes out of bounds. So with about 9 minutes plus left here in the first half of play, let's take a quick break. Our score, still Miami Trace 1, Washington Courthouse nothing. You're watching girls soccer here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communications.
We should go bowl and have the best pizza in Fayette County tonight.
Ugh, I don't want to go to 2 places.
Well, we don't have to. The best pizza in Fayette County comes from the local pizzeria, Amori's Pizzeria, just inside Leo Lanes.
Really? No way.
Yes way. Come on in and grab a lane and the best pizza in town. Leo Lanes and Amori's Pizzeria, located right across from the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Call Leella Lanes at 740-335-2580 to order your pizza today.
Amber White's now in for Washington Courthouse. Coach Ellers now has gone too deep on his bench. Coach Tolbert's gone with Babineau. It's his only sub so far. Play 11 on 11. You got about 16 or 18 players. You have to want to use them sparingly. Now good lead there to Mara, to Morrison. Under some pressure, kicks it back out front, around the right side to Day. Now to Cooper. Back to Day, not quite strong enough. Ball's loose. Day turns around, steals it again. Tries a little fancy footwork. Ball's knocked loose. And Ellers comes off her foot. Oh! Morrison was on the backside and did not get a chance to get a foot on it. She might have had a goal. That one came off of Ellers' foot and bounced to the left side of the net and went out of bounds. So the Blue Lions, well, they got a little break on that. But Courthouse, I should say Miami Trace, will have a side kick down below us. Shot up. Ball's kicked off one of the foot of Courthouse, so they'll try it again. That's Morrison, by the way. Who's one of those freshmen. Nice save. Left side. Give Ellers a save on that one. As Morrison tried to get it from the corner. 5 saves unofficially now for Ellers in the game. Meanwhile, Madison Corey, it's been quiet for her. Except for wide kicks. She's had no attacks on the goals. That's where Courthouse has got to start responding. They got to start getting some shots on the goals. And right now, they got a big 0, just like they do on the scoreboard. As we're just a little over 6 minutes away from the Kirk's Furniture halftime show. So stay tuned for that. Babineau in. Long throw to Mara. Ball's knocked loose, picked up. Babineau, the lefty, goes through Cooper. Backside, Day has it. A little pressure being applied there by White, number 9 for Courthouse. Day has it. Leads. Mara gets another shot. Another beautiful block there by Ellers. Nice save there. That's 6 saves unofficially for her. Well, they're working her out tonight, let me tell you. I mean, she stretched on that bad boy and not let that one in. We're at the 5-minute mark. Trace, once again, on the attack. Little stutter step and losing the ball, and it goes out of bounds. And that's going to be off of Day, I believe. So, reminder, we will be doing volleyball action on Thursday night. We'll announce in the morning which game we're going to do. Obviously, it's either going to be Trace and Chillicothe or Courthouse and Greenfield, I believe, is who plays. We'll choose one of those two. Then Saturday afternoon, Dave and I are right back out here with Logan Elm at Miami Trace Boys. We'll take the air at 12:45. It's a 1 o'clock start. Kick from the corner. Gets by Ehlers. Ball's looked loose. Oh, good defensive help there by Blue Lions. That one got by Ehlers. And we're going to have a time called here. Timeout. We've got somebody from Miami Trace who fell down to the right side of the net. That was Babineau. And they're going to go check on her. So let's take a quick break here and see how she's going to fare. Coach Tolbert coming out talking to her. Timeout on the field. 4:05 left here in the first half. 1-0 Panthers here on WCHC Facebook. We're Washington Courthouse Communications.
A new way to healthcare is here. ProMedica Home Health, formerly Heartland Hospice, works on enriching lives one patient at a time. With office locations at 208 North Fayette Street, Washington Courthouse, and in Circleville, ProMedica provides care wherever our patients call home. Our services serve a 7-county Central Ohio area. As a local home health and hospice provider, ProMedica is ready to offer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week service for your healthcare needs. Contact them at 866-498-6456. That's 866-498-6456. ProMedica Home Health, Washington Courthouse and Circleville.
Morrison with the shot. No good. Blocked by Washington Courthouse. A lot of action right in front of that Blue Lion net. Babineau has walked off the field on her own power. Coming in to replace her is Hannah Huck, a junior. So Miami Trace will, Megget Washington Courthouse will have the ball right in front of Coach Ehlers. Down below us on the visitor side. Toss up, overthrown to Snyder. Back into play up. In the back is Smith. And it's kicked out of bounds. And it goes back to Miami Trace. We're down to 3 minutes left here in the first half. Again, it's basically been all Miami Trace. They've attacked. Their only goal, though, came off a penalty kick. Courthouse, meanwhile, has not been able to muster any kind of offense whatsoever, which is the thing that Coach Ehlers says, we're young. It'll come in time, but we just cannot get it in there. There's the kick. Gets past and behind the Blue Lions. That being Forsythe. Trace quickly comes down with it on the right side. Mara, ball's knocked loose by Courthouse. Mara now gets it back. Mara, right side, over to Cooper. Cooper, nice little move there. And coming up, trying to tie it up is Courthouse. And they try to get it out of there, and they do. Here comes the Blue Lions on offense. Ball's kicked down about midfield, blocked by Miami Trace. Another kicked. Once again, that's by Courthouse. That been Kaylee. Check it. I'll have to get the right number. I think I looked at the wrong number. I think it was Ruggles. Quickly down. And a little scoop right in front of the goal. Another save. I believe that was Mara that made the shot on the attempt. So we're down under 90 seconds. Again, Trace continuing that pressure defense from midfield on in. Courthouse trying to get something going. Again, Snyder comes up with the steal. Courthouse, ball battled around. Morrison around the 40-yard line. Yep, she wasn't ready for that kick to come back to her. Now here comes Courthouse. Tries to lead. Running. It's a foot race between Courthouse and Trace. And it looks like Snyder got it. Then it's knocked out of bounds by the Blue Lions. Knocking it out will be Havana Villalobos Burns. We're down to about 30 seconds at least on the clock. Of course, don't forget they add penalty minutes back into, so we may have just a little bit longer than that. So, Trace will have the ball. So the clock continues to run. Throw in. Snyder, Morrison. Long kick down, way past her teammates. There's the horn. And I guess that's it. We're done. So the first half is in the books, and it's Miami Trace. They're up 1-0. The Kirk's Furniture halftime show coming up in 60 seconds right here on WCHC.
There's no place like home. Courthouse Manor Assisted Living invites you to make your new home in one of our gorgeous apartments. Courthouse Manor Assisted Living is perfect for those who may need a bit of assistance or peace of mind while still maintaining independence. Feel the warmth of our friendly staff who are there when you need them, but offer privacy and opportunity for social enhancement. Take a virtual tour of an apartment at www.courthousemanor.com or call us today at 740-335-9290 for more information.
It's now time for the Kirk's Furniture New Holland's halftime show, presented by Kirk's Furniture in New Holland. Now with new hours. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings till 7 p.m., Tuesday, Friday, and Saturdays till 4 p.m., and of course, closed on Sundays. All right, we're back here during the Kirk's Furniture halftime show along with Dave Woolever, Randy Young. It's girls soccer action, the first of two this week. It's girls soccer. It's Miami Trace leading Washington Courthouse by a score of 1-0. The only score came at the 20-27 mark, left in the half on a penalty kick by Haley Webster in front of the goal from about, let's say, about 15 yards out, Dave. She was about around the 5, and the goal was at the back part of the end zone. That's usually 10 yards, so we'll say about 15 yards out. That came after a penalty had been called against Courthouse on a tripping of Elise Day. So Webster with the penalty kick, and that is the only goal we've had so far. Unofficially, I've got Miami Trace. They have attempted 8 shots on goals, but you got to give credit to Kaylee Ellers. She's got 7 saves, and she's probably got 1 or 2 that she's got some help by her teammates. I remember there was 2 down here. Remember, Babineau, she kind of tripped a little bit, but there was 1 or 2 girls behind Ellers that kind of caused a block on the goal to prevent them from scoring. And then I believe later on, Ellers came out and tried to stretch out and missed a little bit, and one of her teammates helped her out. Meanwhile, I hate to say this, if you're a Blue Line fan, Madison Corey, the only time that she's even kicked the ball is when it was wide left or wide right. Wasn't even close to an attempt on the goal. And I think that was only twice. So Washington Courthouse, Coach Ellers has got to find a way for his Lady Blue Lions to produce some type of offense and get some shots on goals in the second half. So that's where we stand here at the halftime, 1-0 Miami Trace. Real quickly, I want to look at some other state polls that have come out this week. Some of these schools will sound familiar to you. Division I in the boys, Cincinnati Moeller is number 1, Medina is number 2. In Division II, Richfield Revere is number 1. That, of course, is in the south Cleveland area. Mentor Lake Catholic, it's also in the Cleveland area, is number 2. And Marietta, that's not close to Cleveland by any chance, is it? No, it's down by the river. They are number 10 this week. Beechwood is number 1 in Division III. Worthington Christian's number 2. Waynesville they got some good programs this year, both the boys and the girls. Anyway, the boys is ranked 12th in the state. Wheelersburg is ranked 13th, and Grandview Heights is ranked 14th. Now in the girls division, Medina, who's number 2 in the boys, is number 1 in the girls. And Olentangy Orange is number 2. In the Division 2, Waynesville. Yeah, I told you Waynesville's got a good soccer program. The boys are ranked 12th in Division 3. The girls are number 1 in Division 2. Rocky River is number 2. Fairfield Union from the Mid-State League is number 9. Bexley is 17th. And Marietta, again, their program is doing well. Their girls is number 22. In Division 3, Cincinnati Country Day is number 1. Let me see. Akron Manchester's number 2. West Liberty Salem's 4th. Grandview Heights. Here we go again. Boys and girls program both ranked. They're number 5. Number 6, Lynchburg Clay. Number 11th, Legacy Academy over by Xenia. Number 12, Worthington Kilbourne. There's another school that's got both boys and girls state ranked in soccer. Zanesville Rosecrans is number 17. North Adams is 19th. And Greenon from the Ohio Heritage Conference is number 20. Okay, real quickly. State computer rankings. Let's tell you real quickly how some of our area teams are faring. Division 2, Tays Valley is 16th, and Region 7, remember at the end of the season, the top 16 teams will go to the playoffs. Region 8, Xenia is number 4. In Division 3, Region 11, London's number 2. We saw them, of course, earlier this season. Yeah, they're that good. Number 3 is Hamilton Township. Bloom Carroll's 4th. Bell Fountain from the Central Buckeye Conference. Same ones at London. Jonathan Alder's in. They're 6. Jackson is number 7. Jackson, of course, plays at Washington Courthouse Friday night there, if you want to go over and watch that game. Miami Trace is number 9. Just real quickly, remember last year, do you remember who Courthouse, they finished 9th in their region, who they played in the first game, David? Columbus South. Guess who's number 8 again this week? Columbus South. Wouldn't that be ironic? Again, we still got half the season to go, so it could probably change. Bexley's 14th, Circleville's 17th, Chillicothe's 18th. In Region 12, Wilmington's 6th, New Richmond's 9th, Hillsboro's 17th. Region 4, or should say Division 4, Region 15, Sheraton's number 1, Logan Elms 2, Gallia Academy's 5, Vinton County's 10. Jonathan Alder's 11th, Fairfield Union 17th. In Region 16, Clinton Massey's number 1, Shawnee's 4th, Uniota's 5th, Greenfield's tied for 10th, Waverly's 12th, Washington Courthouse after that loss drops to 13th, and Kent Ridge is 6th. Other schools real quickly in Division 5, Region 19, Ironton's 1, Harvest Prep's 4th, Wheelersburg's 15th, Piketon's 18th. Region 20, Germantown Valley View's 1, Waynesville's 2, Springfield Northeastern's 5, Zane Trace is 6, Blanchester 11, number 18 is Westfall, 20th is Greenview. Division 6, Region 23, number 1's West Jeff, number 3 is Fort Fry, 4th is Dawson Bryant, 11th is Grandview Heights, 18th is Ironton Rock Hill. And in Region number 24, Williamsburg is number 1. Number 3 is Paint Valley, Corey Dye's team. West Liberty Salem is 5. Fairbanks is 13th. Ross Southeastern's 18th. Adina's 19th. And Huntington is number 20. And despite the fact the top 16 goes and they're number 20 and they still haven't won a game yet, they still got a chance to go to the playoffs. Wow. Division 7, this is final ones. Regions 27, Eastview Eastern number 1, Beaver Eastern 3, Fairfield Christian 4, Portsmouth Notre Dame's 11th, Rosecrans 13th, Bern Union's 15th, Fisher Catholic and Franklin Furnace Green, yeah, that's it. They're tied for 19th. Say that 3 times real quick. In Region 28, Cedarville's 4th, Clark Southeastern's 9th, Mechanicsburg's 12th, Fairfield 16th and Springfield Central Catholic is number 18. We'll post all this information for you on, of course, the Fayette 43160 page. And, of course, we got it linked right into our community action at the FAYCAM.org on our sports link. You can always see it there as well. And that is a look at halftime. It's Miami Trace 1, Courthouse Zip. We'll be back with play-by-play of the second half in just a moment. Stay with us as you're watching the Kirk's Furniture Halftime Show and girls soccer action right here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communications.
With fruit and vegetables coming out of the garden, now's the time to come to Kirk's Furniture for your next General Electric major appliances. We have a complete full line of refrigerators, side-by-sides, bottom freezers, or the French door models, chest freezers or upright freezers, available in all sizes. Stop by this week and see our complete selection of General Electric products. That's at Kirk's Furniture in New Holland, your independent General Electric dealer since 1935. Free delivery and setup in our trading area. We service what we sell.
Back here at the Tony's Welding and Fabrication Stadium at Miami Trace High School, where we're getting ready to begin the second half, 40 minutes of action in girls soccer action between Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse. First soccer broadcast in 3 years. Of course, we've been doing some stuff for Fayette Christian, so it didn't seem that long, but I went back and did some checking on the books, and that is a long time, David. Long time. Miami Trace will be going left to right now across your screen. Courthouse in the white with blue trim. Trace with, of course, the black and white trim. It looks like Ehlers is going to stay in at goal. Why not? She's done a fantastic job so far for the Blue Lions. Here comes Washington Courthouse as Day down the right side kicks it out of bounds. Other games going on tonight in soccer. Hillsboro is at Greenfield at 7 o'clock in the girls. Chillicothe is at Jackson also at 7. The boys are currently playing right now. After tonight, everything gets flipped. The girls will go first and the boys will go second when they have FAC action. Day kicks the ball, and Courthouse will kick it out. So Miami Trace, once again, action so far on their side of the field. Once again, it's DeBruin. Shot from Day. Little backhand kick by Hawk. Morrison. Little miscommunication problem between Cooper and Hawk. And saving is DeBruin. Give and go. DeBruin. Left side of the key. Shot up. Partially blocked by Courthouse. Now trying to kick it and get it out of there was Gibbs. It goes out of bounds. Trace will take it out on the far side where their bench is at about the 20-yard line. If you can see it on your screen where the football field's laid out. Courthouse with the steal, comes down the right side, and it's a foot race, and that will be Mara with the save for Trace. Now they get it over to DeBruin. Now over to Cooper. Cooper kicks it off to the left wing. Shot up, partially blocked again by the Blue Lions. I believe that was Gibbs again, getting that right foot out there to block it. Goes out of bounds. Miami Trace with the ball, side field. Long shot. It was a shot on goal. Ehlers comes out about 3-4 yards and stops it. So another shot on goal there. I believe that was Morrison. So Washington Courthouse again now trying to get something going on the offensive end. It goes out of bounds. We're at the 37-minute mark. Ball's thrown in. DeBruin again with the ball. Kicked. Goes out of bounds. Trace again. Side court. DeBruin puts it down. Mara now will get ready to bring it. We'll throw it in. To Cooper. Ball's knocked around. Courthouse with the steal. Whoa. Did get away with the trip there. That was awful close, Dave. Thought there might be a penalty, but nothing called by the official. He was standing right there. Give and go. Courthouse with the steal. Coming up with it now will be Havana Burns. Left side. Stops with the feet. Trying to switch. Short kick back out now to Snyder. Snyder, long shot, and stepping at the end of the end zone was Corey. Courthouse again with the ball. And stolen again by Mara. Now here comes Trace on the attack. Down. It's a foot race. Here comes Day. Right side. Whoa, gets it by. Jumps over Ehlers, who came out to get the block. Wow. If anybody says this is non-contact, then I don't know what in the world they're talking about. As Ehlers and Day both hit the turf. But it's just simply kicked out of bounds, and Ehlers will get ready to kick it from goal. That one comes to the right side. Stolen again by Day. And again, Ehlers will come out. Trace. Hit there by Webster. He's got the only goal of the game on a penalty kick. And boy, now we got a whistle finally. A little pushing off. Be a free kick coming up at about the 30-yard line. Looks like Mara will be the one kicking. That one is high in the air, knocked down by Smith. Shot up, good save there by Ehlers, as once again, Day tried to get a shot on goal and was not successful. So another save by Kaylee Ehlers tonight. That one will roll and go out of bounds. About the 34-minute mark here in the second half. Again, Trace keeping up the attack. Courthouse got close, but could not get a shot on goal a little bit earlier on in this half. So Courthouse will take the ball out at side court as we're at about the 33-minute mark. We'll take a break here in just a few seconds. Passes in. Ball's knocked loose. Courthouse has it. Smith now comes right back to DeBruin. DeBruin leads. And a little bit strong. Goes out of bounds to Torgerman. We'll take a break. It's 1-0. Trace leads at the 33-19 mark here in the second half.
The Reproductive Health and Wellness Clinic at Fayette County Public Health offers extended hours once a month. Clients will see a certified nurse practitioner who can prescribe birth control, perform gynecological exams, and test for sexually transmitted infections. To schedule or for more information, call Fayette County Public Health at 740-335-5910.
Nothing really happened when he was going, to be honest with you. Both teams took turns kicking the ball out of bounds. All right, Trace now back with the ball. Here comes Webster. And the ball is partially blocked and kicked by Courthouse. Now back to midfield. Trace again, putting the pressure on. Courthouse just simply cannot, except for maybe, twice in the entire game, have they really been able to get any kind of thing, any shot off past midfield. And coming way, way out at around the 15-yard is Corey, and they're going to say that is going to be a penalty, and it'll be a free kick for Courthouse at about the 18. I think you can't come out of that little circle there right in front of the goal, David, if I remember correctly. And she was way out. So Courthouse is going to get a chance, and Coach Chad Tolbert is going to be making a substitution. And my eyes are bad. I can't hardly pick that up. Is that Ashley Moore? I believe number 3. Shots up. Nice knockdown. And that'll be the first shot on goal tonight by Washington Courthouse. That being by Snyder. Yeah, Snyder was the one that kicked the ball. It's knocked out of bounds by Miami Trace. So, Courthouse now will try a corner shot. Front of the net, knocked down by Burns. Shots up. It's up high. Well, once again, Courthouse will try to set up. Burns to Burns. The sister act couldn't get it going. Trace comes up the steal. Coming down with it. Now will be Cooper. Cooper now over to Hawk. And it goes out of bounds at the 30-42 mark. So Courthouse had 2 shots at it down at their end. One was pretty close, but a good defensive play by Madison Corey to knock it out. The second one, they miskicked it right in front of the rim, front of the net, excuse me. I'll get the right sport. And was not able to get the ball to come down and be able to get a clean hit off of it. Down to Snyder, goes out of bounds. We're at the 30-minute mark now. Still 1-0. Miami Trace with the lead. De Bruin. Short kick. Cooper knocked away from Courthouse. Coming up from behind. Trying to do a little sneaking move there is Callie Tolbert. And goes out of bounds. Callie, of course, Chad's daughter. Ball's up. Down to the Trace end. Mara. Now they go back again left to right. Courthouse now stops it about midfield. Tightly working that right sideline and kind of forced out a little bit was Haithcock. Throw the ball in. Trace just swarms to the ball. They double team the Courthouse players almost every time. That's one reason Courthouse has not been able to get really a lot of good clean shots off. I've got 9 shots attempts by Miami Trace, 1 for Washington Courthouse, unofficially, of course. Sometimes I get maybe a little bit too generous on attempted goal shots, but that's okay. The coaches, they keep the official ones. That's the ones that they always give us when we need stats and things like that. Ball's kicked out of bounds. Trace again with the ball at the 28-minute mark. Ball in. And it goes out of bounds once again. So Trace will again have it. At midfield. De Bruin. Lead kick. Left side. That's Cooper. Ball's knocked loose up in the round, and I believe that is Moore for Trace. Nice body contact there, knocking it down by Burns. Now here comes Courthouse. That was Kalman. Now she's in the back. Tolbert trying to save it. Almost has it stolen. Now taken by Trace. Keeping the ball. It's Webster. Back to Tolbert. Long kick into the backfield. The front field attack. Here comes Cooper, right side. She's about 15 yards out in front of the net area. They're going to set it up again. Now coming up and stealing the ball is Washington Courthouse. McQuillan. Haven't called her name too much tonight, though I know she's been in there. So they've checked her pretty good. Ehlers leads the team in goals as well as being the goaltender. She's got 5 goals. Snyder with 3 and McQuillan has 2. So I mentioned Courthouse comes in this game. They've only scored 12 goals the entire season. Miami Trace has scored 46. But they've had 3 games where they have scored in double figures. You take that out, there's 36 of their 46. So that's why we said we expected a very low-scoring game tonight. And so far, it has lived up to its billing, David. 1-0, and that came on the penalty kick. We're down to under the 26-minute mark. Pass in now to Day. And coming up, nice steal there by Washington Courthouse. Whoa. DeBrun got away with a little action there. Ball's knocked out, and it will be Miami Trace's ball. Or will it? No. Courthouse said, nope, we got it. Fitzgerald said, no, I want it. Courthouse says, no, you can't have it. So we go down, and Tolbert will pick it up. Substitution now. And we've got Ashley Moore, sophomore, coming out. And coming back in will be Maya Babineau. Remember, she got shaken up in that first half, but as we entered the second half, but just under the 25-minute mark. Pass in. Day. Now to DeBruin. Little shake and bake move. Now to Cooper. Cooper across midfield. Down the right side. Another shake and bake move. Now she's going to put it on the engines here from the right side. Trying to get by Burns. Ball, Courthouse double teams, gets the steal. Coming down, and nice save there by Courthouse. And it will go out of bounds. So we're at the 24-minute mark. And taking the ball will be Trace. We'll take a break here in just a second or two. Callie Tolbert will get ready to throw the ball in. Looking. Fakes a pass. Now goes in. Gets it over to Babineau. With it will be Torkelman. Ball stolen. Coming up is Courthouse. McQuillan. Now ball stolen right back from her. Now here comes Trace again. Webster has the only goal in the game, and that's on a penalty kick. Trace. Cooper. Tried a little side kick. Courthouse knocked it down. Now they got it again. And now it's stolen again. This time by McQuillan. Now coming down will be Snyder on the right side, on the sideline, 23-minute mark. Snyder stutter steps a little bit. Ball stolen by Trace. Now we go to Mara. She now leads over to Torkelman. Torkelman kicks, wants to lead to Babineau, but it was a little bit strong, and we'll take a break as well. At the 22:45 mark, 1-0 Trace leads here on girls soccer on WCHC.
Sometimes it seems like it's hard to decide on a technician that you can trust with your vehicle transportation service needs. That's why since 2001, customers from Washington Courthouse and the surrounding area have made Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, their smart choice in auto repair service needs. Jim, Marlene, and Ray Van Dyke offer customers a professional, trained, and certified staff that can handle your vehicle needs. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center staff can do it all, including transmission, brakes, tires, and alignments. They also offer a free 30-point inspection to detect any potential service needs. They can work on both domestic and foreign vehicles. Call for an appointment at 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000. Or for more information, go to jimvandyke.com.
Well, Miami Trace tried a shot to the left side from the direction we're looking at, over by the home side, and went wide to the left, and Ellers spread eagled once again, and I didn't count as a shot on goal because it was a little bit wide, but Trace gets it right back again, and the ball is stolen by Courthouse. Once again, it'll be Snyder, and it goes out of bounds. 21-minute mark here in the second half of play. Substitution, Washington Courthouse. Gibbs re-enters. And that will be Swanger, number 14, coming out for Courthouse. Again, Thursday night, volleyball action. We'll announce tomorrow which game we're going to be broadcasting. We're waiting to see how the results turn out tonight in the league after the first round. Saturday afternoon, we're back here with the boys. Miami Trace will play Logan Elm, 12:45 airtime, 1 o'clock start time. David, if they just keep this air conditioner going, I think we'll be able to make it, bud. It's feeling pretty good right now in the old press box. Trace trying to attack. Torgelman has the ball taken from her. Ball's kicked down by Forsythe. Now back to Cooper. Babineau with the ball. Comes to the left side. Now back over to Cooper. De Bruin. Stutter step. Shots up. That one will go to the right. That one was close enough. We will give her a shot on goal. Substitution, Washington Courthouse. Kimber White, another freshman, re-enters. She'll take the place of Kalia Smith, a sophomore. As we're now under the halfway mark here in this second half of action. The middle schools, Courthouse Trace, play around 7 o'clock tonight. If you have no plans, want to come on out, watch some good junior high girls volleyball action. Plenty of seats are available. Ball's kicked way over by the fence. Trace has to make the long run to go get it. Paige Fitzgerald will get ready to throw it in for Miami Trace. Off Cooper. Now back to Fitzgerald. Right to left on the foot. And Tolbert. And it comes off the foot of Destiny Snyder. So Tolbert will get ready to throw it in for Miami Trace. It's in. Burns gets the ball kicked, and it's rolling. It's out of play at the 18-minute mark. So, kicked by the goalie, Corey, who's been relatively not busy tonight, to say the least. As Courthouse has only got one official shot on goal. There's maybe one or two other ones that were a little bit wide. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet. All those came in the second half of play. Ball's kicked and lead out of bounds to McQuillan. And now we've got a cramp. One of the Blue Lion ladies, as Ellers is over there. And while they're working on her, let's go ahead and take a quick break, David. Just under 17 minutes left here in the game. 1-0, Miami Trace leads. Girls soccer here on WCHC. We're watching Courthouse Communications.
Hello, I'm Valerie with the Fayette County Veterans Service Commission, and we are reaching out to veterans and their families to see if we can help acquire their VA benefits. Whether it be claim work, transportation to and from VA doctor's appointments, temporary financial assistance, help obtaining your military records, or many other services, please reach out to us. Our phone number is 740-335-1610, and we are located in Washington Courthouse at 133 South Main Street, Suite 404. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Please give us a call and see how we can best assist our hometown heroes.
That was Gibbs that they were trying to get the cramps out of her legs there. Kaylee Ellers could be a doctor, David, I don't know. She was doing a little physical therapy there on her to help her out a little bit. So, ball's back in action. And Trace will take it out of bounds. As again, it seems like we've been playing down in front of the courthouse goal most of the evening, and we got a whistle and a penalty down on the left side around the 10-yard line. Maybe a little tripping here, or it's going to be a free kick. Yeah, it's going to be a free kick. So Miami Trace will have the ball at the 10. If she would get it in, it'd be a 20-yard goal. It's Morrison, I believe. There's the shot. It's high. Well, if she was kicking a field goal, that would have been good. But unfortunately, you're trying to hit it in the net. So a little bit high and outside. I'd say that all night. That's pretty good for me. So the wide kick off the free kick, no good. And Ellers again, the goalie for our Washington Courthouse, will get ready. Now a short kick over to Swanger, down to McQuillan. Swanger, ball's partially blocked by Miami Trace. Webster. Now they'll bring it all the way back to midfield. Tolbert, now the ball stolen by Snyder. She kicks it down, trying to lead Cooper. Oh, hit her hand. As Abby Forsythe says, oops, I can't do that. Can't touch it with the hands, David. So violation goes back to the Panthers at about the 35. Yeah, don't lose that phone, bud. There goes the long kick down to the courthouse end, and chasing it will be Torkelman, and it goes out of bounds. So courthouse will take it out of bounds just outside the corner. We're under 15 minutes left in the game. It's still 1-0. Miami Trace leads. For the team that wins will pick up their first win in the AFC. Courthouse, they would like to snap this 8-game losing streak and get another win on the win column. But again, they're just having trouble getting any kind of shots off tonight. Unofficially, 10-2 shots on goals tonight. Mara. Some aggressive defense there by Snyder. Now over to Torkelman. Cross now to Malibu. Now over to the left side. Oh, nice play there on defense by Ehlers. Once again. Trace thought they had that one. That was a good shot. And Ehlers beautifully moved to her left and cradled it. And it stays at 1-0. That again was Morrison. I got her unofficially with 4 shots on goals tonight, David. She has been quite busy, to say the least. She wanted that one. You could tell by her reaction. In fact, she thought she had it. And Eller somehow just got over there just in time and was able to kind of cradle a little bit with the save. Coming out will be Forsythe for Courthouse. Coming back in will be Jenya Lopez Burns, number 35. We're down to just under 13 minutes left in the game. 1-0 score for the Miami Trace Panthers. They're trying to go over the 500 mark. Currently 4-4-2. Courthouse, Trace exchanging kicks around midfield. Dobert, check at, make that Smith, I believe it was. Coming down to the left side, goes out of bounds. Yeah, that was Sarah Smith, number 18. Done under 12 minutes now. We'll be taking a break here in just a moment or two. Ball's thrown in. Mara, Cooper, Mara, McQuillan. Off the body of Snyder. Long kick and get in front of the goal. Well, we'll count that as a shot on goal. Snyder, that's her second attempt for the evening. 11.5. Here comes Trace. See what they do with the possession here. Coming down, right side. And it goes out of bounds. Torkelman will look. And she gets it in. Malibu with the ball. Well, she's been double teamed here. And Courthouse got it. Snyder. Now over to Coe. Long hit way to the left. And with that, we have 10:45 left in the game. Timeout on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communications. All right, back to action here. Courthouse will have the ball. Under 10 minutes left in the game. And a 1-0 Miami Trace lead. Again, only score Webster Trace off a penalty kick. Ball's kicked out of bounds by Miami Trace. Sarah Smith. So once again, Courthouse will take it out of bounds. Middle school, the two schools will play at about 7 o'clock tonight. Again, we'll be back here Saturday for Miami Trace boys soccer, playing host to Logan Elm. 12:45 airtime, 1 o'clock kickoff. We hope you join us for that if you like soccer. And then we'll see how the tournament draws go. We might try to do a soccer game or two. We'll have to look at logistics, scheduling, and all that. Myra comes down. Leads. Babilo with the shot, but Ehlers comes way out front. Babaro. I'm going to say that name right before it kills me tonight. She could be in the running for player of the game. You never know, right? She's been all over the place. No goal, but she's put on some good effort. McQuillan will come back out. One of the 4 seniors for Washington Courthouse. Mara for Trace. Just a little over 8 minutes left. Lead kick to Smith. Check it, make it Torkelman. And he'll go on out of bounds. As the clock continues to roll. We're under 8 left in this varsity game. Courthouse will take it out of bounds. Gibbs overthrows her intended teammate. Back into play up, though, was Burns. Ball stolen, though, by Miami Trace. Coming up with it will be Webster. Down comes Trace on the break. Whoa! Gibbs all the way down, and a trip there, and it goes on out of bounds. Is that Smith? Trying to see that. No, that's Day, number 2. So nothing called. We're back to action. Ball comes down. Courthouse, the young lady I don't think was looking, Kalman. She thought it was going to her right. It went left. Courthouse, I should say, Trace comes up with it. We're down to 6.5 minutes left in the game. 1-0. Trace with the lead. And fighting for the ball. And Trace gets it again. Cooper quickly down and knocking it out of bounds. Will be Courthouse. Now Trace will have it. Cooper partially blocked. And will go out of bounds off Barbaro. Courthouse will have it. Substitution. Abby Forsythe, a freshman, comes in. Coming out will be Megan Coe, another freshman. 5:45 left in the game. Courthouse needs a goal to tie this one up. You're Trace, you just want to hold on. Courthouse. Burns, stolen. Coming up. There's another trip. Nothing called again. Incidental. Myra. Gibbs. Gibbs stumbles a little bit. And now we have a whistle. And let's see what they're going to call here. This is not like football, David, where they go into full explanations of what the penalty is. You kind of have to half guess it, or the coaches is the one ones that knows what's going on, looks like. So Courthouse will get a free kick. No penalty, but free kick. 4-4-4 on the scoreboard. Was a poet and didn't know it. That's me, Randy Young, along with Dave Woolever. Glad to have you with us. McQuillan with the kick. Down. Knocking it down will be Courthouse. That being Forsythe. Now over to Burns. And she runs into Tolbert. Maybe put a little Academy Awards there like she was going to fall down. I think it was that much contact, to be honest with you. Not some of the stuff we've seen tonight, Dave, to be honest with you. Tolbert looking. She's looking for help. Get somebody behind you. Now they get it to DeBruin. And they kick it out. Try to set up their defense. So Courthouse will have the ball. Courthouse trying to set up some kind of an offense here with under 4 minutes left. They know they've got to get at least a goal. They'll be happy with a tie right now, to be honest with you. Give and go. Oh! Snyder's got it. Left side. Shots up. Partially blocked. Almost gets it back. Gets it back now. She's on the left side of the end zone, battling. Shots up, and it goes out of bounds. Boy, Snyder was playing her close. Good defense there by Destiny Snyder. And we'll take a break here as we're just about 3 minutes away left in the game. This will be our last break during the play-by-play. 1-0, Miami Trace with the lead right here on WCHC. We're Washington Courthouse Communications.
Hello, I'm Tara Ivers from Fayette County Early Learning Center, and we are now enrolling for several of our programs. We have a home-based program that serves pregnant moms through children age 3. We also have a center-based Head Start program that serves children in our program ages 3 to 5. We have a partnership with Fayette County, Highland County, and Clinton County, where we work with child care programs to enroll children 6 weeks to 3 in our center-based program. So please call us at 740-335-7282. We'll help you enroll. Thank you.
Battle going on over on the far sideline between McQuillan and Miami Trace. I believe that is Webster. And they're going to say that Courthouse set up a little screen, so Trace will get a free kick at about the 31. Long kick, and they get it past the Courthouse defense. Mara with the ball. Stumbles a little bit, and coming up with yet another good attempt, blocking the kick, is Ehlers. I mean, she was way out front. It looked like Mara was going to get by her, and somehow Kaylee again coming out and getting an outstanding defensive play. We're down to 90 seconds left in this one. Once again, Courthouse down 1-0. Now, if you're going to do it, now's the time you get it done. Kalman, ball stolen. Trace now holding on, trying to run the clock out with exactly 60 seconds plus left. Ball's batted around. It's kicked out of bounds. Haithcock will get ready to throw it in. Ball's knocked down by Miami Trace. 45 seconds left. Again, Mara with the steal, kicks right side. Trace is content to just let it roll, let it roll, let it roll. Courthouse now will get the ball back, take it out with 30 seconds left. They've got to attack like crazy if they're going to pull something off here. Good block by Cooper. Miami Trace as again, Courthouse McQuillan trying to get around her. Can't do so. Coming up, nice kick save by Burns. We're down to final seconds to McQuillan. And the horn sounds, and that's it. So the Miami Trace Panthers will win round number 1 of the Battle of Fayette County in girls soccer action, defeating a very hard effort tonight by Washington Courthouse, but unfortunately just could not get a goal. And the final score, it's Miami Trace 1, Washington Courthouse 0. Now, we're hoping that the coaches will come up, so we're going to have just a little extended postgame. Not very long, but maybe a little bit. Hopefully the coaches will come up. We'll announce our star of the games for both teams, and so stay tuned for that as well. Final score, Miami Trace 1, Courthouse 0. We'll be back with the Epiphone McDonald's Star of the Game postgame show in just a few minutes right here on WCHC.
Every journey is unique. Right now, students living in 36 Southwest Ohio school districts can explore over 30 hands-on programs offered across 4 Great Oaks campuses, including Laurel Oaks and Wilmington. These extraordinary opportunities for high school juniors and seniors are tuition-free and feature feature state-of-the-art labs designed to prepare students for whatever comes next. Pursue your passions, play to your strengths, discover your greatness. Great Oaks. Visit greatoaks.com.
In the spring of 1991, my parents established the Summers Funeral Home to provide thoughtful, caring, and respectful services to families who are in pain from the loss of a loved one. This is Vanessa Summers, and we at the Summers Funeral Home continue our commitment to the community and treating everyone with the utmost professional care that we can provide. For more information on how we can better serve you in your time of need, please give us a call at 740-335-6078, or please feel free to stop by our office at 223 West Market Street, Washington Courthouse, Ohio 43160.
Hi, my name is Olivia Pryor and I'm from Fayette County Early Learning Center. We are now currently enrolling for our Head Start, Early Head Start, and Child Care Partnership programs. We have programs for pregnant moms and children from birth to 3, children from 3 to 5, and then we also have an existing child care partnership where we meet with and work with child care programs and serve children from 6 weeks to 3 years old. If you're interested in enrolling, please stop by and see us or give us a call at 740-335-7282, and we hope to hear from you soon.
A new way to healthcare is here. ProMedica Home Health, formerly Heartland Hospice, works on enriching lives one patient at a time. With office locations at 208 North Fayette Street, Washington Courthouse, and in Circleville, ProMedica provides care wherever our patients call home. Our services serve a 7-county Central Ohio area. As a local home health and hospice provider, ProMedica is ready to offer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week service for your healthcare needs. Contact them at 866-498-6456. That's 866-498-6456. ProMedica Home Health, Washington Courthouse and Circleville.
Are you or is someone you know struggling with mental health? On Saturday, September 23rd, join the Fayette County Suicide Prevention Coalition to be or to find a light in the dark. A glow walk to promote suicide prevention and awareness will take place on Saturday, September 23rd, 2023 at 7:30 p.m. at the Washington High School track. This will be an opportunity to give support and resources or to provide support for others. Let's light up the night to help our friends, our family, or ourselves find a way out of the dark. For more information or to register, visit the Fayette County Public Health website at fayecohd.org.
All right, welcome back to our post-game programming. Again, we'll give the coaches about 10 minutes or so. If they're not coming up here, then we will wrap it up and call it a night for us. So, real quickly, 1-0 favor of the Miami Trace Panthers tonight, coming up a win. The only score was by Haley Webster, a sophomore. It came on a penalty kick with the 20:27 mark in the first half of play. Unofficially, I had Washington Courthouse only with 2 goals on shots on goals tonight, and both of those were in the second half. Miami Trace, I had unofficially 12 shots on goals, and Ehlers with 11 saves. It was Madison Corey with 2 saves for her. It basically was dominated by Trace the entire game. Seems like it was always on their end of the field, David, where they were stealing the ball, setting up shots, attacking the goal, and unfortunately for Washington Courthouse, they just simply could not get any kind of offense mustered whatsoever to try to get into the scoring column. And this is something that, Coach Ehlers has got to figure out. He's got to find a way to get his team scoring. They scored 5 against Madison Plains. They scored 3 against Peebles. They lost by 1 on that. They lost by 2 to Zane Trace. So they have shown that they can score. but unfortunately, it's just not enough. And unless they can find a player or two that can, get them, 10 goals for maybe of the year, or even two that can give them like 7 or 8 apiece, it's going to be hard to get a W. And I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but if you follow the Blue Lions, the kids are trying, but unfortunately just cannot get an offensive flow going to get the goals in. So we'll just have to wait and see how they play the rest of the year. Looking at the schedule for Thursday night, we have, of course, Chillicothe will come here to Miami Trace and will play at 5 o'clock. As we mentioned, now they're going to the second round. They'll flip the start times. The girls will go first, the boys will go second. Jackson will be at McLean, and Courthouse girls will play host to Hillsboro, and that will be at 6:30. I believe that will be after the middle school girls game. So they'll do the middle school girls first, I believe at 5:30, and then they'll play the varsity at 6:30. So that's where we're at on that. All right, we don't have any of the other scores for right now. We can tell you, though, with the win by Miami Trace, I should say, they now go to 1-2-2 in the league, and they're 5-4-2 overall. Washington Courthouse now has dropped 9 in a row. They now dropped to 0-5, and they are 1-10 overall. As we mentioned, other games tonight: Hillsboro's McLean, Chillicothe's at Jackson. Excuse me. Jackson currently leads the league at 3-0-1. Hillsboro is at 3-1, and Chillicothe is 3-1. McLean is 1-2-1. So Jackson, Chillicothe tonight, that'll be a battle for first place, won't it? And of course, Hillsboro is in there as well. Greenfield, they could make some noise still if they could pick up an upset. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see how that develops. All right, we'll take a break. We'll do our star of the games. We'll do a few more things, and then we're going to wrap it up. So you're watching girls soccer action right here on WCHC. Dave and I have been talking, trying to figure out the star of the game in the 1-0 ball game. Sometimes there's players that contribute a lot of things, and we're trying to figure out, who really kind of stood out. But I'll be honest with you, for Miami Trace, Haley Webster, she got the only goal of the game tonight. She played great as far as setting up the offense with the assist and so forth. So she's going to be the Miami Trace girls soccer star of the game. Haley Webster, a sophomore from Miami Trace. Washington Courthouse, you got to look at the stats here. And, when you look at Kaylee Ellers coming up with 11 saves tonight, and basically she single-handedly kept the game in check for Courthouse. David, unfortunately that penalty kick just got by her. But overall, she did what she had to do. She made some outstanding plays and was able to help keep her team in the game throughout the entire one. So Kaylee Ellers will be our star of the game. Those young ladies will be honored in November on an Epiphana McDonald's McSports Saturday show. So we hope you'll join us. We'll announce the dates for that as well. Again, final score, Miami Trace 1 and Washington Courthouse nothing. Congratulations to Coach Tolbert and the team. And again, Thursday night we'll be doing volleyball action. Again, we'll announce sometime tomorrow which game we're going to be doing. And then on Saturday afternoon, we'll be back here to do another soccer game, as it will be Logan Elm at Miami Trace. So we hope that you join us for that. 12:45 airtime. And Coach Ellers has joined us. So we are going to give him a few minutes to get set up. And, yeah, you can have a seat if you want to. don't know how you guys stand the entire game. My old legs can't handle that. Yeah, just let's turn it around there. Brandon, yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So Coach Ellers from Washington Courthouse has joined us here on the post-game program. 1-0 defeat, and Brandon, like I say, we talked about it during the game. When you only get a couple shots on goals, it's going to be hard to win a contest.
It is. It is. We've struggled up top to get some offensive going, but I was just telling the paper down there, you know, I'm proud of my girls tonight. This is the most complete game that we've played. You know, we weren't expected to come in here and only lose 1-0. You know, we've struggled the last 2.5 weeks with numbers. We've had girls out, injuries, at times playing with only 11.
Yeah.
So when we can get some of our experienced players back in the lineup and, you know, have 2 or 3 subs on the sidelines to keep people fresh as much as possible, makes a big difference. Now we just got to focus on getting some shots on goal and getting some of those balls in the back of the net. So
it seemed like Miami Trace had the strategy. And I don't know a whole bunch about soccer. I know enough to be dangerous, and that's about it. But it seemed like every time one of your girls got it, Chad had it was double teamed every single time. And the girls, it's hard to break out of that double team defense.
It is, and that's where, you know, we need to recognize that a little bit more. We need to check into space, communicate a little bit more. Communication can fix a lot of that.
Yeah.
But look, I'm a young team. You know, when I say the last 2.5 weeks we played with 11, out of those 11, 5 of them were first-year players.
Wow.
So, you know, that's tonight. We added Laney and Lyndon back into the lineup. We got Abby up top. She's a first-year player, but she's a good athlete. You add players like that back into our mix, and it makes us look a lot different. I'm able to, you know, put players in the positions that they're comfortable with, where they belong, and you know, like I said, we just got to get the offense going now. Defense, I think we got figured out, keeping opposing team in front of us, letting them make the mistake and then jump on the ball. You know, previously, last couple games, we've gotten a bad habit of jumping in and you know, not getting possession there, but maintaining possession and, you know, fighting for the ball up top a little bit more. That's where we're down to.
Kaylee got the Courthouse player of the game, and to be honest with you, Dave and I were talking about it. If you don't have her back in that goal, this game could really have gotten away from you. I had her unofficially with 11 saves. I don't know what you guys have her, but you know.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit more generous, so maybe that's the numbers. But what I'm saying is except really for that penalty kick that they had right in front of the goal, which that one just got slipped by her, she played an outstanding game. I mean, she's down on the ground. And another key, as I mentioned, there was 2 or 3 times where she was on the ground. Miami Trace still kept scoring, but you had girls behind her that was protecting the net as well.
Yes, and that's where that experience comes in on the defense. Lyndon and Laney back there, they can pick up on that. You know, when the goalie's out, they know that they got to drop in and help and support. And yeah, Callie does a great job back there. She splits time up to this point in the season. The last 2 seasons, she splits time. About 50% of the time, she's on the field or in the goal. You know, playing games like this, you know, we wanted to really come out and get this one, and we knew she could protect the house
right.
a little bit in there. But we also